All right, I want all of you to hypers if you are aware of the YouTuber by the name of MrBeast. I'm pretty sure all of you know who he is. I'm subbed to him, and I have the bell rung. I actually like MrBeast quite a bit. He's one of the largest YouTubers there is. He has 55 million subs. And something I admire a lot about MrBeast is that despite being one of the largest YouTubers there is, he has like a very fucking clean track record. You can go back to this guy's content and he is an extremely clean track record. I'd even go as far as to say fucking squeaky clean, right? There are YouTubers with like 100,000 subs who have like really old logs of them like saying the N-word or whatever that end up getting dug up and end up being drama for them, right? Like it's really crazy how clean his like record is. It's honestly fucking impressive. And he's a pretty good dude. Don't get me wrong, he makes some pretty hardcore normie content, but I actually really enjoy it. He does a lot of like, you know, charitable stuff. He'll donate to charity a lot. He does like challenge videos and, you know, like I bought everything in 5 stores, then he would give it to charity. Like there was a video where he like loaded up like 18 semi-trucks full of food that he bought from grocery stores, like good food too, and then he brought it to like homeless shelters on Christmas, and of course he made it into a video and it got a lot of attention. He probably profited more from it than he ended up spending, but it's still like, it's a positive message, it's actually helping the world, and it's very wholesome content. His content is extremely wholesome. You might find it maybe a little annoying if it's not for you, but like you have to admit, he's an unbelievably wholesome YouTuber and absolutely has a positive influence on the platform. And he's fucking massive. Well, our boy MrBeast has gotten into some drama with an individual by the name of Faroe Samad. I presume is how his name is pronounced. I presume the K is silent, so it's supposed to be pronounced Faroe. And then I assume the R is probably silent, so it's probably Samad, right? Is that the correct pronunciation? Anybody here want to correct me? Or yeah, I have no idea. I am probably wrong. I'm going to say it's Faroe Samad, okay? Because that's my understanding. I'm pretty sure he is of the Middle Eastern descent, you know? Anyway, he accused MrBeast of racism. I'm going to explain a little bit of the backstory behind this before we read the article, and then I'm going to give my thoughts on it, okay? So, Denims is not in chat for Arabic help. She did try to teach me some stuff, like involve it, like some Arabic stuff, but it is very complicated. But yeah, she told me a little bit of it. If Denims was here, she could correct me. Anyway, so there is a social media app called Clubhouse. All right, and Clubhouse is basically a audio only social media app where you basically make like a room and then you talk to people. So what MrBeast did was he made a Clubhouse room and he invited a bunch of big YouTubers to it. He invited like Legal, and that was the only one that I recognized from the lineup. Just a bunch of YouTubers, right? Now his goal for this Clubhouse discussion was to keep it like fairly tight-knit and fairly small. He didn't want like more than 10 people in there, but he ended up having like around 30 or 40 people in there. And he ended up kicking a bunch of people. And one of the people that he kicked from it was Faroe Samad. And he didn't do it in like a rude way from my understanding. He was just like, hey, listen, it's like getting pretty crowded in here and it's making me a little uncomfortable and a little nervous. So, you know, I can't, like, I'm going to kick a bunch of people out and we can talk later or something like that. It was pretty, like, he wasn't like a dick about it, okay? I want to make that very clear. He wasn't an asshole about it. And everyone else who was there has confirmed MrBeast was very polite when it came to removing people from there. He just thought there were too many people there and wasn't cool with that, right? So one of the people that he removed was our boy Faroe here. And he ended up removing him and saying something along the lines of, I'm really bad with names and I can't pronounce yours, so I'm going to yote you, right? So let's go ahead and read the article and determine whether or not our boy MrBeast, who is an extremely squeaky clean track record, has done a racism. Let's find out. One of the most popular YouTubers in the world, Jimmy Donaldson, aka MrBeast, has been accused of racism. The person making the accusation is Feroz Samad, a CEO of luxury Instagram network Good Life Media. By the way, yeah, Feroz Samad, not really like a content creator or anything, just some CEO guy for an Instagram network. Not like a huge fucking deal, okay? He has 4,000 Twitter followers, okay? He's not like a huge fucking deal. He took to Twitter to recount his experience with MrBeast. Sarmad claimed that the YouTuber threw him out of a conversation on Clubhouse because he couldn't pronounce his name. He had a series of tweets condemning MrBeast of racism. Then we have Def Noodles here saying, "Breaking news that will most definitely change your life. MrBeast accused of racism after removing someone from Clubhouse. According to accuser Faro, MrBeast removed him due to his name. Some question this version of events since tape appears to tell a different story." Yeah, everybody else that was there has said that this guy is lying. Just saying. Everybody else that was in this call.
Really interesting.
So
all right.
Well,
so Colin,
indicating that you had something to say.
Yeah, I'm gonna yote you, Colin. Thank you for coming up. Sorry, I'm really bad with names. I'm gonna yote you as well. Cool.
Yeah. So like, I guess you could say like he was just sort of moving people out because there were too many people. Notice how the two people that he yote out here was Colin, who, judging by the profile picture, is white, and then Faro, who has a very Middle Eastern name, right? Although if you're not very aware of like language, you could probably assume that Faro could actually be like a pretty like not even like Faro on its own, spelled that way, sounds like it could be like French. I mean, pardon me if this is racist, but like, I don't think this is because of racism. Hypers, if you agree that this does not seem like racism. Racism against people named Colin. Yeah, I don't think anybody in their right mind would think that this is racism, okay? Feroz Sarmad, the man MrBeast removed from the Clubhouse stage, claimed MrBeast threw me out of his stage on Clubhouse after bringing me up saying, "I can't spell your name, so let me yote you out." He actually said, "I can't pronounce your name," so good one, Def Noodles. God damn it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the screenshots. MrBeast just threw me out of his stage on Clubhouse after bringing me up saying, "I can't spell your name, so let me yote you out." Thread. Yote is past tense for yeet, so pretty much means throw you out. He asked the audience to put photos of ourselves with Gary V, so I did. He invited me on his stage filled with white dudes only, skipped me twice, then came back to me just cut me to say that. I don't even place a word in. Or I didn't even place a word in. This isn't a case of cancel culture. This is racism. Blatant racism. I'm disgusted and I feel shocked, to be honest. He was on my stage for a whole hour the other night, too, shaking my head. Racism is not okay. I don't care how rich or famous you are. I don't care how clean your brand is. Allowing this in front of 1,400 people is not right. I feel disgusted tonight. Blatant racism. Oh, wow. Damn. Blatant racism. There was an audio clip that made the rounds as well. In the clip, MrBeast can be heard removing a person named Colin from the call before doing the same for Samad. Yes, it's actually extremely racist if you yeet someone named Colin. I'm not sure if you're aware, but Colin is I actually don't know where Colin comes from, but we're gonna for the meme pretend like it's racist to boot someone out named Colin. This is the quote. "I'm going to yote you, Colin. Thank you for coming. I'm sorry, I'm really bad with names. I'm going to yote you as well." When he yoted out Faro. Sarmad stated on Twitter, on his Twitter account, that MrBeast did not even allow him to get a word in. Sarmad revealed that he was shocked and disgusted. He stated that this was a case of blatant racism. There were a ton of fucking people in there. I guarantee a lot of people didn't get the chance to get a word in. MrBeast had said that he wanted to make the room smaller. We'll get into that in like a minute. Come on, like, really? Let's be honest. Racism has no place in this world, and I won't allow some famous YouTuber to normalize it. He also urged people to stop gaslighting him. He said what he said. He moved me because he couldn't spell my name. I did not say one word on there. There are basic principles of human decency. Respect them. Stop the gaslighting. So not what gaslighting is. People arguing that you're wrong is not what gaslighting is. So nice meme. Once again, the internet misusing the word gaslighting. You love to see it. Sarmad's allegations against MrBeast have triggered another debate online. The internet is clearly quite divided on this. It's not. It is not. The overwhelming consensus is that MrBeast is not racist, okay? Feroz Sarmad's accusations of racism against MrBeast has left the internet divided. Sarmad's racially charged narrative has invited a slew of reactions from the online community. He has received support from certain sections of the internet. This section believes that being a renowned YouTuber does not give MrBeast the right to dismiss people in such a manner. Here are some of the reactions on Twitter. Come on, now quit spreading lies about MrBeast. Here's the full context. Do you call this racism? Proof. He said, I'm really bad at names, so I'm going to yote you as well. So we're only keeping the white guys on stage whose names we can pronounce. This is white supremacist behavior, period. He simply could have asked his name. I'm disgusted at the gaslighting. He literally kicked a white dude named Colin right before, and then proceeded to kick more white dudes. From my understanding, the group ended up going down to being around 5 to 8 people, because that's like what Jimmy was comfortable with. Being in like a call with a shit ton of people is super annoying. Have you ever been in like a massive Discord call where like so many people are talking and nobody can get a word in? It's like really hard to communicate. It's fucking annoying. We must stop giving importance to YouTubers. Fairly easy solution for not being able to pronounce someone's name. Just say, can you help us pronounce your name correctly? Sure, that's fine, but not proof he's racist. Content warning slurs. Not surprising in the least, philanthropy is just shameless self-promotion. Masks still come off whenever these narcissists are challenged. I've also gone over that one. It's literally nothing. We'll go over the only other drama, racism-wise, that MrBeast has faced. Yikes. It takes 2 seconds to ask someone how to pronounce their names. I'm sorry. I was there and listening, and I'm sorry it happened. This is such an important lesson in moderation etiquette, diverse stages, and knowing when to say I'm sorry. Well, the context was he was kicking folks off stage. Jimmy should not have done it like that. I agree with that, actually. I do agree that he could have said, like, hey, you know, sorry, I can't pronounce your name. How do you pronounce it? And then, like, giving him, like, a goodbye or whatever. But, like, it was probably done kind of badly, but yeah. Gaslighting is when the opposition does stuff. True. Others condemn Sarmad for pulling the racism card against one of the most wholesome personas on the internet. They back up their stance by finding flaws with his version of the story. So here's someone responding. This is completely false. Jimmy made it clear to everyone on the panel that he wanted a smaller room and that he was going to remove people. I was one of the 4 to 6 people that got removed. This is complete slander, and the inevitable re-upload will be clear evidence. We need to remove a few people. I think big rooms suck. So there you go. He wasn't removing people just because they were white. Nerd City, who I've got big respect for, says, the tape shows your version of events is false. He was trying to say bye to you, got stuck, and made a self-deprecating joke that he was bad at pronouncing names. Then we have Keemstar, which I hate that I have to agree on an issue with, but, you know, a broken clock, right twice a day, you know how it is. This is how little to no drama there is. MrBeast kicked somebody out of his clubhouse room just to make room for others. Twitter twisted it into somehow kicking the person based on race. Literally, video proof proved MrBeast is innocent, and they're still arguing. That dude's the issue with racism, cries wolf, and nobody will believe him. Lord forbid if he's ever an actual victim. Which is actually a good point. When you have people doing shit like this, he's going to be a lot less trustworthy in the future if he's trying to call out a large content creator for racism when he made a big deal about this. All right, so we can go down the list. Justin Wang, who's super chill, called him out, says, I was listening to that room, and this is total bullshit. You were trying to manufacture a scandal. Listening to the hug box this dude went into now, I can't help but think he orchestrated this because he's ass mad that people like MrBeast are suddenly encroaching on his territory. I've never seen someone play this victim this hard. Now he's talking about how everyone is bullying him. Yeah, now he's talking about how the guy before him got to speak. Clout demon. Yeah, and I think he really is just mad that he didn't get to siphon off some clout from MrBeast. But in the In the fallout of this drama, people are bringing up the only other example of MrBeast being racist that they could find. This article isn't really worth reading because it's literally nothing. Let me tell you what this drama is. MrBeast did a really long stream where he read the entire dictionary while sitting on his desk, and then obviously he ended up getting to the N-word in the dictionary because, believe it or not, the N-word is in the dictionary. And when he got to the N-word, do you want to know what he said? Hey, chat, do you want to know what he said when he got to the N-word during his stream of reading the whole dictionary for charity? Guess what he said when he got to the N-word? He said, nincompoop. You guys really think I'm going to say the N-word? Come on. That's what he said. That's the quote. But the reason why people are saying he's racist is because I guess he baited his audience into thinking he was going to say it. Listen, okay, I'm a big fan of holding YouTubers accountable. And if it turned out MrBeast was racist, you better believe I would be the first fucking one to talk about this shit on stream, okay? A huge part of my job is to talk about racism, like sexism, homophobia, transphobia, all that kind of shit. I'm very progressive. I'm a leftist streamer, okay? That's what I do. But when some drama like this happens, where somebody tries to falsely paint one of the most wholesome, and I would argue one of the best influences when it comes to YouTubers on the internet as a racist, I'm gonna call it out, okay? I'm going to call it out. Even if MrBeast had read the N-word when reading off the dictionary, he's reading the fucking word. I wouldn't have even gotten mad about that, if I'm being completely honest. But even in that context, MrBeast refused to actually say it. This dude's been making content since he was 13 years old. You guys know that, right? MrBeast started his channel when he was 13 and he was doing COD gameplay. That's how he started his channel. I've been watching him since, like, he was doing COD gameplay. Not even when he was 13 and had, like, a few hundred subscribers and was playing Call of Duty did he even say the N-word or use a racial slur or a homophobic slur or anything like that. And I know, pats in the back for doing something decent, but, like, if we're being honest, that's pretty impressive. Because if he did anything really fucked up with this many subscribers and this many people looking to dig into his history, you'd probably expect some pretty fucking bad shit to come up. With how many people that are probably digging into his personal life, trying to hack into his accounts, leak DMs, stuff like that, you'd think that they would have found something if he's done something really bad. Especially by now, with how long he's been famous. Pats on the back for the bare minimum. Sad state of affairs. Yeah. Dude, that's a fucking achievement? I think it is. I actually do think it is. Hypers, if you're willing to admit that you've done something in private, that if it was public, you would probably get canceled for it if you were a YouTuber or a large public figure. Hypers, if you've done it. If you've ever in your entire life, you've said or done something that if it became public, you would probably get canceled. Yeah, everybody's done something, okay? Everybody, all right? Everybody. So the fact that MrBeast's slate is so clean is honestly fucking impressive. And I gotta give him props for that shit. He deserves credit for that. And this Faro Samad guy, I think he's just fucking big mad that he wasn't able to siphon off a lot of clout from one of the largest YouTubers on the platform and decided to just, like, go with it. Make the accusation and fucking go with it. It's pretty disgusting to me personally. Really fucking disgusting. But yeah. MrBeast, as far as we are aware, is not racist. Okay? Relax. If he was racist, I'd be the first one to call him out. He is not. Don't do this kind of shit. We need people to be willing to believe when a YouTuber actually does something racist so they can be held accountable. But when you cry wolf like this, you hurt the public's ability to talk about this kind of topic without everyone saying, oh, sounds like another MrBeast situation where a YouTuber did this innocuous thing and now it's being twisted as racism. Don't do that, okay? You're only hurting our ability to call out large public figures when they do something bad, when they do something racist. So please, fucking stop. For the love of God. It's not helping anyone. If you enjoyed this video, thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, and ring the bell icon if you haven't already, and follow me on Twitter and Instagram through the links in the description. You can also join my fan Discord through the link in the description. Fantastic community. You can go on there to debate me if you like. That's always a fun time, you know? You can debate me, talk to me. It's a good community. Definitely join my fan Discord. You can buy merch in the description as well to financially support me. If you want to go further financially supporting me, you can donate or sub on my website, xanderhall.com/live. You can super chat or hit the join button to become a channel member on YouTube. And you can also sub on Patreon. All of those things are highly appreciated. It's what lets me keep doing this for a living as my job. And I really appreciate your support. Thank you for watching and have a good one.